Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine for a moment that your personal finances aren't just, well, personal. What if you treated them like a full-fledged business, a thriving company you own and operate? You Inc. That's the core fascinating idea we're diving into today. And our sources for this deep dive are a really intriguing mix. We've got foundational financial principles, some surprising real world experiments, and even a bit of Hollywood drama. Our mission is clear: give you a shortcut to understanding how adopting this business mindset can bring, incredible clarity, control, and truly transformative outcomes to your financial life. So, really envision your entire financial world as your own small company, you Inc., complete with its own income statement, balance sheet, growth strategies. It's a powerful metaphor, right? But I imagine for many, the idea of applying corporate finance to their checking account feels, well, a bit daunting. Where do we even start to demystify that? What's often the biggest hurdle?
That's a fantastic point. Yeah, the biggest hurdle is often psychological. Seeing these concepts as like overly complex or maybe only for the super wealthy. But what's truly fascinating here is how directly these seemingly sophisticated business concepts apply and how incredibly powerful they are for personal finances. The source, personal finance, a business approach to prosperity, lays it out so clearly. Just like a business, you, as you Inc., should create clear financial statements.
Okay, like an income statement and a balance sheet.
Exactly. Think of an income statement not just as tracking expenses, but as your monthly cash flow report. Revenues in, operational expenses out. And the balance sheet, that's your snapshot. Assets, liabilities. It gives you the full picture of your company's net worth. This isn't just about crunching numbers. It's about seeing where your enterprise actually stands at any given moment and figuring out where it can strategically grow.
Right, seeing the whole
Yeah.
picture.
And beyond just visualizing where you are now, setting specific goals is absolutely crucial. Short term, long term. A successful business wouldn't operate without a measurable roadmap, and neither should you Inc. These goals provide direction, you know, whether you're planning for a big capital expenditure like a down payment or thinking about long-term growth and retirement
Makes sense.
and managing cash flow through budgeting. It isn't just about cutting back. It's more about strategic resource allocation. Think of it like your internal venture capital fund, making sure every dollar is invested wisely, not just spent. This helps prevent debt-funded operational losses and lets your savings grow consistently.
Like protecting the company's bottom line.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And finally, build an emergency fund.
Mm.
That's your business contingency plan, your financial safety net for unexpected events. Just like a smart company reserves capital for unforeseen market shifts or, operational disruptions, you Inc. needs a buffer, ready for anything life throws your way.
I love that comparison, a contingency plan for your life, for you Inc.
Mm.
It frames it not as deprivation, but as smart strategic planning. So, connecting these principles to practical steps you can take today, it starts with regularly tracking your actual income and expenses, right?
Absolutely.
This isn't just busy work, it's like getting real-time intelligence on your company's operations. You identify where your money is really going, spot opportunities to maybe optimize spending, and adjust your budget if your burn rate is exceeding your income.
Exactly. That's the core of it.
Then think about investing those hard-earned savings thoughtfully across diverse asset classes. Just as businesses invest in R&D or new market opportunities for future growth, you should too, growing your wealth over time by putting your capital to work.
Making your money work for you.
And don't forget the board meetings for you Inc., conducting, say, quarterly financial reviews to assess your progress, celebrate the small wins, refine your plans. That's critical. This discipline, it reduces financial anxiety because you feel in control. It significantly increases your confidence, and it dramatically improves the likelihood of achieving those ambitious goals you've set for your company. So what does this all mean for you, our listener? It means taking charge of your financial future with a proven, robust business framework.
Absolutely. And if you're ever feeling overwhelmed by it all, just remember, even the most successful businesses don't go it alone. Seeking guidance from financial professionals, that's like you Inc., bringing in a fractional CFO for expert financial management. They provide specialized insights, strategic direction. Ultimately, this whole approach is about empowerment, giving you the tools to take control and secure a more prosperous future for yourself.
That's the bedrock, the solid foundation. Really important stuff. But true business thinking isn't just about balance sheets and budgets, essential as they are. It also involves curiosity, right? Experimentation, spotting unusual opportunities, sometimes leading to those fantastic aha moments, and even what our sources call forgotten income. Our Wealth Potpourri wildcard section has a perfect example of this in action.
It really does. That anecdote from Wealth Wisdom and Unexpected Windfalls about falling down the rabbit hole of NFT trading, it's a great illustration of this entrepreneurial spirit.
NFTs, okay. Break that down simply for us.
Sure. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are basically unique digital assets. Think of them as images, music, videos that you own via blockchain technology. It's essentially like bragging rights on steroids for a digital item verified by the blockchain. But what the source emphasizes, and what I find so crucial here, is the incredible value of community for accelerated learning.
Ah, learning from others.
Exactly. Instead of grinding it out alone, learning from others' wins and mistakes, especially when time is precious, it can fast-track your progress significantly.
Okay, so what was the journey like for the person in the source? They jumped in with curiosity, you said.
Yeah, genuine curiosity, which is key. Their journey began by snagging a few free mints. That's like early access to claim an NFT for free.
Yeah.
But, as you can imagine, it wasn't exactly smooth sailing initially.
Oh, I bet. So grappling with setting up crypto wallets, navigating those notorious gas fees,
Right, the transaction costs on the blockchain.
and figuring out platforms like OpenSea, that big marketplace, probably feeling completely out of their depth.
Totally. It was a steep learning curve, required persistence. But they persevered, managed to sell a couple of those freebies, pocketed a little change, and naturally reinvested some of it into other projects. Then, as often happens in these volatile markets, things kind of took a nap.
Went quiet.
Yeah. The writer even mentally filed it under fun but failed experiments, basically writing off the initial effort.
Okay,
Oh.
here's where it gets really interesting, right?
Exactly. 2 years later.
Oh.
2 years. On a random morning, they decided to check their wallet just on a whim, and boom, one of those forgotten NFTs had quietly sold in the background
For how much?
for $1,522.19.
Wow. Talk about passive income, or as they brilliantly put it, forgotten income.
Isn't that something?
That's incredible. And the real lesson wasn't about getting rich quick, was it? It was about the power of that curiosity, that experimentation. It's powerful proof that money can truly come from the strangest places, even from what felt like just a JPG at the time.
And that ties perfectly into another story mentioned in the Wealth Whiz section, the selfie-made millionaire. Remember that?
Vaguely, yeah. Refresh my memory.
This person turned 1,000 selfies into $1 million over 5 years.
1,000 selfies. Seriously.
Yeah, seriously. It wasn't some groundbreaking, never-before-seen idea. It was about incredible consistency, showing up every day, monetizing a simple, accessible asset, their own face. This raises a really important question for you, the listener. What hidden opportunities might you be overlooking in your daily routines, your digital explorations? It really reinforces the idea of turning the ordinary into an extraordinary opportunity.
Absolutely. These stories really highlight the power of looking beyond the obvious. Which brings us to another critical aspect of this entrepreneurial mindset, how we practically apply that CFO-level thinking to specific financial scenarios beyond just budgeting. Our In the Spotlight section highlights how it includes forecasting, tracking returns, things just as applicable to your home finances as to a massive corporation.
Exactly. We can broaden this out by linking several In the Spotlight topics directly to core business principles. For instance, curbing impulsive buying. That's essentially about risk management, right? Controlling your company's outflow.
Managing spending.
Right. Just as a business manages expenses to prevent debt and maintain profitability, you, Inc., needs to recognize and mitigate the risks of unplanned, emotionally driven spending to protect its capital. Then there's finding safest brokers. That's all about due diligence. Securing your assets, paramount for any business protecting its investments.
Like vetting partners.
Precisely. Just as a company rigorously vets its partners and secures its physical and intellectual property, you, Inc., must carefully assess financial institutions, safeguard its capital, ensure reliable service.
Okay, what else?
Well, monetizing your knowledge, like Justin Welsh, that beautifully illustrates developing product lines and personal branding. Welsh, for example, built an empire by packaging his expertise into newsletters, digital products, essentially creating valuable intellectual property and diverse income streams for you, Inc.
Turning expertise into a product.
Exactly. And finally, finding undervalued properties to flip. That's a classic entrepreneurial skill. It highlights the importance of market research, spotting those hidden gems before anyone else does. This requires keen analysis, understanding market trends, a willingness to take calculated risks, all hallmarks of successful business ventures.
That's a fantastic overview, really bringing those business skills down to earth for personal finance. But The business world and the world of making money, it isn't always sunshine and forgotten NFTs, is it? Sometimes it's gritty, intense, ethically challenging. And this is where our Rich Reads Real Wealth section brings in the classic movie Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yes, a powerful film.
Definitely. If you haven't seen it, it's a raw, unflinching look into the cutthroat world of real estate sales, where desperation and immense pressure push salesmen to their absolute limits. Al Pacino's performance,
Hmm?
incredibly intense, captures the brutal stakes perfectly. The big idea the movie conveys is that when the boss offers this high-stakes contest, sell or you're out, the team quickly devolves into sharks fighting for survival. It strips away any veneer, exposes the raw, sometimes ruthless nature of sales and competition, especially when people are under extreme financial pressure.
And that's precisely why this movie matters so much in our context, thinking about running your finances like a business. It's a powerful, maybe dark reminder of how high-pressure environments can bring out both the worst and occasionally the best in people. It's crucial to understand that while a business mindset is a powerful engine for success, it also demands unwavering integrity.
That's a critical point.
Yeah. The action step from our source is vital. Keep your ethics strong even when the heat is on. Sales success, or any financial success for that matter, isn't just about closing deals or accumulating wealth. It's fundamentally about how you achieve those deals, the values you uphold in the process. Ultimately, integrity is a vital asset, whether you're managing a global corporation or simply steering You Inc. through its daily operations.
What a journey we've covered today. Seriously. From the fundamental principles of setting up You Inc., clear financial statements, strategic goal setting, to the wildcard opportunities of curious exploration in digital assets like NFTs, and even the critical importance of maintaining ethical fortitude in competitive environments like we saw in Glengarry. Like treating your personal finances with the rigor and discipline of a business, combined with that mindset of curiosity, experimentation, and ethical consideration, you truly empower yourself to secure a prosperous future.
It's that blend.
It is. It's that dynamic blend of discipline, the statements, the budgeting, the goals, the regular reviews with an entrepreneurial spirit, spotting unique opportunities, engaging with communities for accelerated learning, even monetizing your existing knowledge. That's what makes all the difference.
Well said. And as you, our listener, take all of this in, remember this powerful thought from our sources. Wealth isn't just about how much you make, but how wisely you steer the ship. So consider what map you might need to create for yourself as you navigate your financial waters, charting a course towards your goals. And critically, recognize how even those early mistakes, those failed experiments, can teach invaluable lessons for the future growth and sustainability of You Inc. So with that in mind, what one business principle will you apply to You Inc. this week to move your company forward?